Hello and welcome to Henry of Scallett's Gaming. Yes, I've rebranded. You may notice on my YouTube channel that it is now called HOS Gaming, which obviously stands for Henry of Scallett's Gaming. So yeah, I will be moving into other games on a more regular basis. Next one is likely to be Dakar 18. I'll probably do that on YouTube Live. But as you can see, I'm in Pribyslavitz and I'm headed in the direction of, well, at the moment I'm in the woodcutters camp, but I'm going to head over to Ratte via Sasau. What I need to do, I need to get I have been trying to recruit a butcher, even though I've decided to build a bakery. So I'm going to head to Ratte because I want to get on with the main quest. And on the way I'm going to hunt some deer for the butcher in Sasau and try and deliver the way. So I will see you there.
I'll slaughter you! All right, enough! I give up! Here! Oh! Mercy! I yield! Please don't kill me! Ah!
Okay, I'm just arriving in Rovna, and I just wanted to see if the priest was still here and whether I could chat with him, because when I did the mission here before, but for some reason it failed me on not talking to him, even though I thought I had done all the talking I needed to do. So I'm going to see if I can find him.
God be with you. Hey, watch it.
There's no sign of him. I don't know where he's gone. I'm not sure what I've discovered. Burnt tree. That looks like a post. Oh, hello. There's a skull in it. Oh well, that's not creepy at all, is it? See what's around here. Well, I don't know what to make of this at all. Seems to be a bit of a path here, but it's really strange. I'm sure there's a quest or something to do with this. Let's see how far I am from the hunting away from it. Oh, completely gone off route. And I can't get up that way. Okay, need to go back to the way I came then.
What's that?
Okay, seem to have bothered somebody.
fucked up then. Ow, you'll get blocked for it.
Ah! But he moved at the last minute.
I'll slaughter you. Kurwa, enough. You've got me.
Ah. Um, 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 uh. Okay. That's going to have to do from them. Now I need to find their camp, which I've lost. I think it was up here. Yeah, there it is. There were 3 of them. Try and creep up on this guy. Oh, he's running away. Fair enough. Oh, have I been here before? I guess I must have been. Right, okay, so I feel like I'm wasting my time here hunting deer because I've managed to kill 4 and only got 2 livers out of them. So I'm going to head south for Ratte.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just arriving at the inn in the glade, and I'm hoping I'll be able to buy some deer liver.
Are you?
Can't talk to him. Let's talk to her. No. It's probably not going to be possible since
I'd like a beer.
um I've found something interesting. Not sure what it is. If I could get out, there we go. Says it's an interesting site. There's a spade. We have a box with flowers on. Oh dear. No, at least it's not a body. Ooh, new dice. Old family heirloom. Don't think it's as good as the one I've got, but there you go. I'm guessing that's a treasure chest that I've not found yet. And I've got some muffin rocks to deliver. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to head down to the mill. Sell the waffle rocks to... Well, not sell him. I'll give them to him, I guess. It's going to be down here somewhere. There we go.
Yeah.
God be with you.
I've done as you asked.
Excellent, Henry. I look forward to the latest news from Talbot. I hope Captain Robart rubs the commander's nose right in it.
I've got some goods here whose owners might miss them.
All right.
God be with you.
Okay, so I'm going to head down the river
Yeah.
for the mill, spend the night there, and I'll do some trading in Rattay to
Yeah.
follow up on a quest line.
Yeah.
I believe it's Master Fayfar that I've got to speak to, so I'll be doing that. Okay, so I've been into Rattay in the morning and I've done some trading. I've now got nearly 7,000 groschen. So I'm just heading here now to Perkstein to carry on with the main quest. So I think I'm after Master Fayfar, but it might actually be... there we go, here he is.
God bless you. What troubles you?
Master Fayfar, I need to speak with you. I found out something about the counterfeit coin.
Did you really? Do tell.
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins. Unfortunately, I came too late. The carter and his men were dead.
Damn and blast. Do you know who did it?
Yes. A certain knight turned up there. Turned out he was also after the forgers.
Well, that is indeed unexpected. Tell me, what did he say?
His name is Ulrich. He looked like a knight, but he refused to show his master's colours.
Ulrich, you say? Could be anyone. Can you describe him?
An older man with a moustache. But for all his grey hairs, he seemed pretty tough to me.
Doesn't match anyone I've heard of. But then we don't even know if Ulrich is his real name.
I asked him who his liege was, but he refused to tell me.
We live in such strange times. In days past, knights would vie with each other to see who could extol their liege's name the loudest. And today, They take assumed names, hide their emblems, and sneak around the land like thieves.
I got the impression he was hiding his identity because his master's at odds with Sir Radzig.
That may well be. As a staunch supporter of the king, Sir Radzig has many enemies.
He told me that the fake money was being taken to Passau in exchange for gold coins. Then that real money was being brought back to the Bohemian lands.
That would explain why those fakes bear the Passau countermark.
His master is allied with the Passau alderman, and they told him to sort it all out.
I wonder who could be behind it all.
He gave me these documents to show you. He seemed to think they prove he was telling the truth. They're the records of the interrogations in Passau, and some other things he said you'd understand better than him.
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau... Interrogation held this day. Put to pen by the questor. The place of origin is a monastery in the land of Bohemia. Which certainly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sasso. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. Ah, but this is interesting. Here's an outline description of how the forgeries are made. I'll have to study it more closely. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate and let no man stand in his way. This looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman, but they certainly didn't pen this.
How do you know?
I recognize the hand. It's a Clement of Caplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
The Rosenbergs? Who's that?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
So what does all this mean?
Well, it certainly explains why your knight is so mysterious. Anyway, we should be careful. And we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes. That's a lead we can follow.
What?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You're quite right. You will go to Sasso at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them. I, meanwhile, will take counsel with Sir Radzig and then follow after you.
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasso Market Square. Goodbye.
Okey-dokies then. Looks like I'm headed back to Sassau. Let's check the map. I think there's a few things to do here. Yeah, there is. Speak with Ulrich. Find out who in Sasso works with copper. So I'm probably going to worth speaking to Ulrich first. And then looking for the person who's dealing with the copper. Okay, it's not looking like there's any more. Oh, there is. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head off over here, I think it is, and see if I can deal with the bandits that are over there for Bernard. Yeah, it's just there. Head straight across, and while I'm there, there's a deer hunting spot here, so might be able to get some more deer at that point. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that. Okay, so I'm just arriving in Sassau. I've managed to get 2 more deer livers. I think it was 2. Let me just check. Yeah, I've got 2. I'm going to see if I can hand them in now, because otherwise they're just going to rot. It would have been a complete waste of time, so be handy if you can.
Greetings.
Yeah. Yeah.
See you later.
No, it's not going to let me do it. Although, let me see if...
I'm trying to get livestock for Pribislavis. Could you help me out?
Certainly. How are the folk there getting on?
Yeah, we're doing all right.
Glad to hear it. There's a friend of mine there, Jonah. Do you know him?
Sorry, can't say I do. I don't know everyone yet.
Handy fella. Always making something. He's good at making baskets.
Sorry, I really don't know him.
Ah, well, it's not important. You sure don't have it easy. But then again, it'll be an adventure. I was thinking about it myself. About going there too, you know. But my place is here. Well, what was it you wanted again?
I want you to supply livestock for us.
Right, of course. And who's gonna take it there for you?
I've got a merchant to take care of it.
Good. I'll be expecting him. So, here's my price. I know it's a bit on the dear side, but you'll get lean, tender meat from them, fit for a bishop's table.
50. Yeah, why not?
That's a good price. I'll buy it.
You can count on me. If you run into Jonah, give him my regards.
I will.
Good luck then.
Okay. Okay, so I've sorted that out. So I've got all the supplies I need for Pribyslavitz now. So I'm going to go and do what I came here for, which is to go and see Auric. I've also got to find out who in Sasse works with copper. It'd be worth me going up to the blacksmith here, having a chat with him.
God save you!
Do you ever work with copper here?
No, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Zach from the monastery craftsman's yard has bought out all the copper.
What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmith?
There's too many of us, I'll tell you that for free. This is only a small town. There's Zach, who has a forge in the craftsman's yard and mostly works on the construction of the church. And then, apart from me, there's Master Armourer Otter of Ramstein.
Tell me more about Zach.
Don't have much time for him myself. He knows his craft, no question. But he seems to think his son, Vitus, will be a master armourer in Prague one day.
My father was a blacksmith, and I expect he thought much the same about me. That's how fathers are, isn't it?
Of course, any man should be proud of his boy. But Zach makes pride a sin. That's why he's at loggerheads with Master Otter.
Can you tell me something about Master Otter?
Well now, there's a master to look up to. He's worked for the lords of Kunstadt and for the richest townsfolk of Prague.
If you don't mind my asking, what brings him here?
The same as draws all reasonable people. He's enjoying the peace and quiet. Or rather, he used to enjoy some peace. That dispute with Zach must have put a few more wrinkles on his brow.
What are Zach and Master Otter arguing about?
Zach had his boy Vitus trained as an armourer in Kuttenberg, and he wanted to buy out Otter's place for him. Except that Otter's a proud man. How would it have looked? A master armourer giving way to a young whippersnapper who's barely let go of his mother's skirts? And they've been arguing ever since. Well, Zach mostly. He badmouths Otter every chance he gets. He claims that he's only fit for mending pots, and that his son will see him off.
That will be all. Thank you.
I'm looking for pieces of a sword that a pilgrim from the Holy Land was selling. Would you happen to know anything about it?
I would. Of course I would.
Well,
It's a load of tripe. Only a fool would have given that trickster a single groschen, and I'm no fool. How about you?
but if he lied about that sort of stuff, it would be a terrible sin.
Don't be so gullible, lad. That bastard never saw the Holy Land. Unless it was in a fresco.
Just want to listen to this again.
What can you tell me about the...
There's two. And then,
What are Zack and Master...
Zack had his boy Vitus trained as an armourer in Kuttenberg, and he wanted to buy out Otter's place for him. Except that Otter's a proud man. How would it have looked? A master armourer giving way to a young whippersnapper who's barely let go of his mother's skirts? And they've been arguing ever since. Well, Zack mostly. He badmouths Otter every chance he gets. He claims...
Right, okay.
That will be all.
Good luck, then.
Okay. In that case, it may be worth speaking to Zack at the monastery to ask about the copper that he buys, who he gets it from. For now, I'm just going to speak to Ulrich. We're thinking for the bar.
So, what did Master Pfeiffer have to say?
I consulted him and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Pfeiffer found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins and quicksilver for the the other part?
I see. They have such materials at the monastery.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the monastery complaining. They said they could not sleep at night because the blacksmith works all the time till dawn.
I see. That's certainly worth asking about. Have you heard anything else?
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Ujits. I heard him complain also. He said that he went to the monastery for quicksilver and it was all gone.
Well, that's something to follow up as well. Thanks.
Okay, I think I'm going to get changed. I think I need to up my charisma a bit. Oh, no. Okay.
Here you are, in good health.
Okay, so the master fresco painter is right here. Guessing he's inside. Okay, it looks like he's upstairs.
God save you.
I hear you've had some problems with the supply of quicksilver.
Problems? I should say so. For the third time this month they've told me they've none. There's no quicksilver to be had, they said.
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back the goods on you?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
Surely such valuable material can't just vanish. Where can it be?
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived, and another time that the wagon carrying it was ambushed. Then it went astray somewhere.
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same thing goes missing. There's bad luck and then there's something else.
What do you need quicksilver for?
I don't. They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Ujits. Can you imagine how stupid those biblical scenes look without red?
Not really.
Then be glad you can. My eyes hurt just to imagine it.
That's all I need to know for now.
Ah. But wouldn't you care to buy something before you go? Or play a game? I really need some money. I've been waiting here a while and my stay's getting expensive.
Okay,
Why not? Show me what you have to offer.
See you later.
see if there's anything I can sell him. Oh, he's got no money at all. Fair enough. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the stuff off him and then I'm going to win it back.
Let's have a word about the price.
Alright, so. Aye, that would do it.
Well, Master Painter, are you still short of coin?
Yes, unfortunately. And my offer still stands. Don't you?
There's always time for some dice. Let's see what you can do.
Take care. Be a bit more careful.
It's a bit difficult when it's all dark. There we go.
God save you, Henry.
Okay, what does this one do? Second in the line of demonic playing dice. I don't know what it does. You know, I might play with that one.
You're a brave soul taking me on. I'm not used to losing.
That gives me nothing.
One ale, please. What's the hold up then?
Here, enjoy it.
Alright.
There. Satisfied? God be with you, Henry. There. Satisfied?
That's all.
That was lucky. Oh, this looks promising. There we go, that'll do.
Sacra! I can't believe it. Jesus, look where you're going.
Is that it? Okay, fair enough. Right then. Okay, so I'm going to stay the night here. and then I'm going to go speak to the overseer in the morning to find out what's going on. Oh, he's awake. I can't decide what to wear.
I'm honored that you should come to me.
Do you have any quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
Nobody. I'm just asking.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
Bollocks. Tell me this instant what you've done with the goods.
Nothing! And I'd advise you to calm down. We're on hallowed ground.
You're a fine one to speak of hallowed ground. A lying thief in monastic robes. What next? A whore dressed as a nun?
This is blasphemy.
I'll give you blasphemy. I'm sure you know what our Lord did to the money changers in the temple.
What do you mean? You're not going to hurt me, are you?
Tell me what's going on here and I won't have a reason to.
Jesus. But I didn't know anything about any counterfeiting.
For your sake, I hope that's true. Now tell me what's been going on.
I swear, I wouldn't normally do anything like that.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon. Directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night, it was. Without a crest. Armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota. A scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we ordered for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery. That they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And you had been stealing? I mean, before then?
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they pay me a pittance.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name, everything.
Very well. Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
Okay. Right then. So I need to go back down here. This Master Feifar, luckily enough, is back in Sasau. Oh. Can't shoot for toffee at these guys. Oh. Got ya. Right, let's get back to the butcher. See, I have got a bit of a gripe with the pop-ins at the moment, but, you know, out here, it's not so bad. I can cope with this. You know, this is what it was like before the 1.6 patch. But, when I get into Rattay, it's just horrible. Vitus. I wonder who this guy is.
Help to you, Knight.
Oh. Might as well sell him some stuff while I'm here. Maybe not. No, forget it. What's this guy want? Zach.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Do you work any copper here, Master Blacksmith?
Why do you ask?
I'd want to commission you to make something.
Then you best go elsewhere. I never use copper.
That's not what I heard.
What?
I was told in town that you bought all the other blacksmiths' copper.
I'm being made a fool of yet again, it seems. Anything else? I still have work to do.
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
Aha. What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmiths?
Well, there's Mikesh. He's honest enough, and a fair-hand at everyday things. And then there's Master Otter. He used to have talent, but now he's too old, and too proud to admit it.
Okay. So he's not telling me anything. I guess I've been sent on a wild goose chase.
God save you, Henry. So, from the beginning. Greetings, good night.
Yeah.
Do you ever work with copper here?
No, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Zach from...
Yeah, somebody's lying to me.
This...
Okay.
Kuttenberg is far, far away. Kuttenberg is far, here I'll stay.
He's not telling me anything. Speak to this guy, see if he knows anything.
I'm honored that you should come to me.
About that sword.
No.
Goodbye.
Okay, so I'm not having any luck there at all. So I'm going to head over to the butcher's. I think it's down there. No, 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 that's the bathhouse. There we go.
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
I have everything you ordered, Master Butcher.
Let's take a look at it then.
So I'll give him that as well.
Looks good. Here's something for your effort. I've got something else for you. The armourer's wife wants to make air offal soup. I tried to slip her goose organs, but she wasn't fooled.
She wants to make awful soup.
Air offal. Innards.
Oh dear.
Get those?
Ah, hair innards. Right.
They're easy enough to get.
See you later.
Right, okay then. Let's go speak to Master Fayfar.
What? What the hell are you doing?
Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that noise? Are you looking for someone? Are you serious?
Me out. Wrong house. Okay, fair enough. My apologies. I'm hungry, and therefore I is grumpy. Oh, there he is.
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
You look different, Master.
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in town.
Why?
I don't want to alarm our prey. Gossip spreads quickly, and if those scoundrels learn we're onto them, they'll flee.
That does make sense.
So what have you found out so far?
I found out where they get their quicksilver from. You were right, it was the monastery.
It was the only logical explanation.
It changed hands on the hill behind the monastery.
Have you been there to have a look around?
Not yet.
Maybe it would be worth the time.
I'll go and see.
And have you found out who's behind it?
Someone called Rapata.
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not a common name. Listen, Henry. I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch die to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. There's a man I know who works at the monastery yard. Master engraver Jerome of Silesia.
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have heard something.
Very well, I'll ask him.
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended. And I prefer you not to mention me at all.
I'll try to think of something. That's all.
Okay then, well, okay, I think that's enough for this video. Thank you for watching. This is now HOS Gaming. You can still find me on Twitter at HScalets. And if you've liked what you've watched, please subscribe and set up the notifications so it lets you know when I'm posting. Okay, thank you for watching and good night.